Because when you don't know how to hear God, God will allow you to be in the darkness to learn how to hear him. Because guess what? Everywhere you'll go, you'll find something you don't like. I'm tired of being around negative people. Well, guess what? You saying that, every time you said that, I want you to know right now, through my mouth, you ain't got to believe me. That was God telling you that he wants to heal you in that area. He wants to correct that area. God wants to take you out of the rooms where people don't value you and place you in the rooms that you belong in. But first, you got to go through a form of recognition. See, the reason why the word pray is powerful, because the P in pray is the power. The R in pray is recognizing. The A in pray is acceptance. And the Y in pray is you becoming a better you. See, what you have to understand is when you get sick or tired of being sick or tired, you go from saying, oh, I'm tired of this job, I'm tired of this. And you know it's not because, you know what I'm saying, you know that you actually tired because you know you deserve better. But the reason why we stay in situations that we know we're not supposed to be in is because, honestly, let's keep it real, we feel like we can't do better. And for those who we know we could do better, the only thing that's keeping us in that darkness is because we don't know how to do better. Here you go. This is what God does. God will raise up a stranger and speak on your situation, to verify the existence of him, all to take you out of that form of darkness, because we only perish because of lack of knowledge. If God gives you the knowledge and you don't run with it, you are the only person that keeps you there. The enemy can't physically harm you. He can only do things to affect you. The only reason why everything that the enemy does to affect you becomes a life and a reality is because you give him that power to have that authority and that balance, that negative balance on you. So what you have to understand is, whatever you do more of, the fruits of that labor shows. When you walking halfway, guess what? Every one of us had to start from somewhere. Did you not know that Paul, what's his name, Saul, he was a killer? Now that's one of the abominations in God's Bible. It don't matter what you think you have did that God can use you for. See, that's your problem. God says his ways are not your ways. The way he views you is not how, the way you view yourself is not how he view you. See, the enemy done came and you kill the mind, you kill the progress. You fill the mind with doubt, you fill the mind with doubt, you create room for negativity, fear, and vacancy. When you fill the mind with God, you bring in healing, knowledge, power, and stability. So what you have to understand is the difference between being in a form of suffering, and it's a difference between having a form of stability. See, well, you are doing what the enemy wants you. You believing in that false identity. You believing that you're not stronger than them battles. Notice this now. I don't care what the enemy attached to you. The only way it becomes a reality is when you believe in that. But when you believe that God can solve all that, and you truly believe that wholeheartedly, you will see God do things in moderation. But even if you done said that prayer, then you'll look back 6 months and you say, man, I remember I used to smoke 10 packs of Newports a day. Don't know who smoke Newports. Now I'm only smoking one. Nah, I don't know it's 10 packs. Some people can. Okay, I used to smoke 10 cigarettes a day. 9 months later, I'm only smoking one a day. Listen, I don't care what people say about you. That right there is a form of progression. Rome wasn't built overday. You getting to that age you're at now didn't happen overday. Then it took some time. Then it took some time till you develop them habits. It takes 21 days to form a habit. Did you know that? So guess what? It took time to make those habits. It took time for those deceptions to actually activate themselves, because those things are attached to you when you're vulnerable. The enemy attaches them deceptions, those sins, from the moment you was born. Because the reason why he preys upon kids and he preys upon that, yes, even though their kids are connected with God, guess what? They don't know yet how to fight the enemy off. So even when you have things that was been attached to you since birth, through the fact of you not knowing, and then what the enemy also does is he attaches things to you when you're in vulnerability. That moment when you got real vulnerable with God and you prayed. And after you said that prayer, so a lot of y'all on here done said that prayer, you done tried praying to God. And when you prayed to God, after you prayed to God, notice your life got worse. That right there You made the enemy mad when you did that. You didn't know the power. See, what we didn't know is sometimes what we don't know is when you do something for your good and you know it's good and the enemy know what it's going to do for you, guess what he go do? He go do everything in your power to make you not believe and not to keep wanting to do that. He go turn up the hand. God go alive, because guess what? The more God allows these things to happen in our life, we go get sick and tired of being sick and tired. So when we truly walk with God, guess what? No matter what the enemy throws at us, God will take what the enemy is using to attach to us, and God will use that to draw us closer to him. And once we are closer to him to where we can hear him and understand him, or even just trust him, because even some of us can't hear him, but we trust that God got our back. That trust right there is what's going to allow God to make you strong, because that trust is a form of bond. You being able to hear to God is a form of bond. A form of bond. You being obedient to what God is telling you, that's a form of a bond. What you have to understand is, I know I said I was gonna get into this word, but I gotta let y'all know this right now. What you have to understand is, yes, you've been attacked. Yes, you've been lied to. Yes, you've been betrayed. Yes, you done said that I'm tired of being here. For those who want to commit suicide, I'm tired of being here. The enemy wants you to think that just so you don't know your purpose, or how many people you will affect by doing that. A lot of people that you have around you won't even tell you that you are light to them. But for those of you who don't know how valuable you are, let me let you know. If you are a person who all your friends come to when they need something, you are light. If you are a person that everybody make fun of and you don't got nothing, meaning if you're a person that's bullied and you don't know why people bully you, you got something, you are light. If you a person, when it's time to ride, let's say we got some people on here who be on the block, when it's time to ride, they want you to be the shooter, or they want you to set up guy. However, I don't really know about the streets, but you know what I'm saying, you are light. Anything that you don't know that you are, if people talk about you and you do everything to stay out of trouble and trouble still find you, you're light. Listen, on a day-to-day basis, God confirms to us how powerful he is. But if you don't know how to see the truth, what the enemy would do is you will believe his lies.